Hello everyone and fellow Doorman mains. In this video I hope to show common mistakes that most Doorman players make. The structure of this video is gonna be like, first talk about general mistakes throughout the whole game, and then put on mistakes, at the game's pace, like early game, laning phase, mid game, late game, and thirdly how to turn whatever side of the map you're on into a positive. Like for example, you started at the Hidden King. A lot of Doorman mains think, shit, I started Hidden King, now I can't like door people into my spawn or whatever. Like it is harder to door people and stuff, but I'll teach you on how to turn that into a positive. And lastly, we'll talk about itemizations and playstyles and when to implement what. So first, let's just talk about being safe, not dying when you're playing Doorman, because if you die as Doorman, it's most like 90% of the time your fault. When you are pushing or when you're in a lane that's not very safe, like you don't have anyone with you, even if you do have someone with you, always have a safety door. Say for example, I'm pushing this lane and I get ambushed, I can instantly run to safety. Like sometimes you can fight people or whatever, but you never know. Like a lot of people don't look at the map enough, and even if you're looking at the map, you should always have a door for safety. Say for example, my door is right here, okay, and now I'm safe. Now if you do get jumped, okay, or you fail to capture someone or kidnap someone or whatever, you have a safety door to escape, okay. Also, another point, always stay near walls, not glued to them, because you cannot door when you glue to a wall, okay. Like don't dash and try to do this, do not panic. Always, when you play as Doorman, don't panic, be calm and collected and have a backup plan. Like if I'm in this situation, I have a door here, I have a wall here. Like be socially aware, no, be aware of your surroundings, basically is what I mean. And just, with time and experience, you get used to what walls to run into and what are the closest walls around you. Even if you're running away backwards like this, you can just turn around and just, save yourself. But say we have a safety door there and we push forward here, or we're taking camps here. Don't take tier 2 camps unless like you're in late game, by the way. You can, like these two you can, because there's other 2 small camps. But let's say I'm moving to this side. Cancel that door. Put another one. Oops. Why is this not? Oh. Cancel that door and put another one there. Like always update your doors so you're always in range. Yeah, you're missing out on kidnapping someone to that area if they chase you back, but odds are you're more likely to die than to capture someone if you're far away from your own range. Another thing is being too far from your teammates. As Doorman, you do not have that much damage, especially if you're sort of equal with the enemy team. You do not have enough damage to kill someone alone. Unless you have a walker with you and you successfully kidnap someone, you're not really have that much kill potential. You're a setup. You set up kills for other people. If you can give away a kill, give it away. If you're like emissary and above, then yeah, I would give away kills. Or you're playing with someone that they're good, they're putting their souls to work, or they're carry. So yeah, give away kills, because Doorman, when you get Vortex Web and Fortitude, that's your power spike. That is your power spike. Like you're very powerful when you get these 2 as a combo, because you can kidnap someone, kill them, or fail, it doesn't matter. You got injured, you just keep roaming and you'll heal by Fortitude, because Fortitude, after not taking damage for a period of time, you get your health back, you start regenerating. So after you get Fortitude, never go back to base to heal. Always do boxes, do camps, roam around, because by the time you're roaming or you're doing something for the next like 15-20 seconds, you're back to full health. Same amount of time you would have spent going to base and back, but you wouldn't get any souls from doing that. I just realized I have the I have G-Man skin on, so sorry if this is a bit confusing, but it works the same way. It's just a skin. I hope it's not too distracting. Another point is to always try and be next to a teammate. Don't be too far away from your team, especially if there's a team fight. Always have a door ready for a team fight, not just for yourself. Say there's a team fight here, okay, and it's happening now. You don't have a kidnap door to a walk or whatever. Usually you don't even want to kidnap in the middle of a fight unless you want to kidnap someone that's fully healthy and their risk and could change and impact the fight to the enemy's favor. Then yeah, kidnap them or ult them. But what I usually would do, you know, like usually you're not prepared when your team jumps in a team fight, and just have a door ready. Put a door right next to your team. Call it out in voice comms. Use voice comms. Voice comms are very important when you're playing Doorman, because pinging or saying anything in pings or whatever, people are not going to hear that. They're going to hear your voice. Okay? Tell them, door here, safety door, or go through doors just to get a shield. Like sometimes we'll be passing when chasing people. Like, go through doors just quickly, get a shield. Go through door for shield. A lot of people don't know what Doorman does. Like, a lot of people don't know that Doorman's door, when it comes tier 2, can give a shield, even to your allies. So remind your friends or teammates with that. Another thing people don't do is chase with a door. Like, you can chase people like that. There's a lot of ways you can do this. Another thing I've seen people do is using the vortex web to get someone close to ult range. Because your vortex web is still a slow. It still applies a slow, like it's still a slowing hex. And you can still use it before an ult to guarantee, not guarantee, but, you know, make it extremely harder for someone to get out of your Baroness. Or I sometimes do this, where you just, I do too much damage. So don't tunnel vision on using your vortex web to pull someone in for a door, you know. Don't tunnel vision into that, because you're limiting your potential. Doorman is a very extremely flexible character in many ways, and he can adapt to a lot of situations. Like, you're not having a certain build does not stop you from being a certain type of character, or putting a certain type of impact. Another tip I want to give out is having your doors elevated. I see a lot of people put their doors, for example, like when your blue walker is down, and you know, you want to put your door here so you can door people from that side of the map into your 2 towers here. A lot of people put it downwards, like on here. I'm sorry if that's too blinding. Hold on. But like when you door people through it, they can dash in easier. What you want to do is just elevate it slightly. You can even elevate it way higher. I usually like just a middle ground like this, just so I can jump back in if I push someone in or whatever, and I kill them and I want to go back into the fight, I can just jump in. But usually that's enough just to lessen the chance of someone just dashing instantly back, you know. Another thing people don't consider is a character's ability. Say I ult an Ivy. Most Ivies will be doing their stone form right before they get out of the Baroness. The Ivy stone form make them basically untargetable, and they don't get any damage, and they will come out without a stun, and they will stun you. And as soon as you do like your cards and you try to card them, they'll be in stone form, untargetable, and you miss out and you get stunned, and they either kill you or they get away. So always keep in mind what a character's ability has. That thing, the same thing goes for like a viscous cube. They always cube themselves before they get out. Or a Apollo. Apollo usually will, as soon as he gets out, he will riposte. So wait for it to be done. Calico usually ults. Dynamo uses his bubble thing. Lady Geist is a bit different. You want to stay a bit far away when she comes out of the Baroness, and you want also your teammate to be away, because when she comes out, usually she's very low, and she'd instantly wanna ult someone when she gets out. So make sure you tell your teammates to stay away so she doesn't get a thing, or silence her. Another big mistake is tunnel visioning too hard on just being a kidnap bot. Now, while kidnapping people into your mid walker is a very strong strategy, and it is your strongest strategy, you know, that you'd usually be doing most of the time, you're not limited to that. Okay, great expansion. You're not limited to that one playstyle. So sometimes you would be chasing someone or you're in a team fight and all you're thinking about is kidnap, 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 kidnap. Sometimes you don't have to do that. Sometimes vortex them and E them into a wall and then using your bell or ulting them while they're still in the team fight, while everyone is focused on them. That's way better because sometimes you'd be saving them if you put them in your walker and you give them a chance to get out because, well, your team is not really ready to chase them through a door. Another thing that you'll rarely find use for, but happens from in 5 games I would use it maybe 2 times, which is the friendly cart. Now this is a cart that you can alternate cast. For me, I have the try to lift my mouse, but I forgot it's wired. To alternate cast your E, because this is the normal one for enemies. Sorry, Apollo. See this. And this one is for your allies. It doesn't stun them, obviously. It just pushes them away, okay? When do you use this? If your teammate is stunned, or they get stunned out of the zip line, and the enemy team is catching up, you can just, cart them away to safety and save them. I've done that a couple of times. Or say your teammate is running away, they're very low health, there's no time to tell them, hey, there's a door there. There's no time for them to run to it or see it, because remember, in the heat of the moment, they're not paying attention to what you're gonna do. They're like, I'm running away, that's it. So sometimes you wanna cart them into it, and you can do that. I've done that a few times, and you get loads of praise for doing this. Trust me, they will be praising you. Yeah. So an important point I forgot to mention is using your ult to stun people, and not in the way I mean it. Not after they're out of the Baroness. When you use your ultimate, for the brief moment you're ulting them, in that process, they are stunned for a second. In that second, a lot of damage can happen. I'm gonna use this replay as an example. So I got a kidnap here, and she has rejuve. So I need to use my ultimate right before she dies. Right as her health is low. Right now, her health is getting to 25%. I use my ult. She's gonna die in the duration as I'm ulting her. That stopped her for a brief second, but every space or every distance they have away from the base or spawn is good for them, and the sooner they get out, and every little damage counts in these situations. And obviously, don't close your door instantly, by the way. Keep your door open, make them think that they can run back to the door, so you can just instantly shut it in their face and make them waste a lot of time and stamina. So because as I'm ulting her, she dies, my ult resets. And just insult them again, because we don't want them to jump up. We want to be able to just cart them without jumping up. And yeah, this is how you use your ultimate, just to kind of slow people down and delay them as they're dying. And you can just keep ulting people like that. Keep using your ult as just a kind of a route. It's situational, but it works. Now let's go back to my point on turning which side you start your game in to a positive. No death. So starting at the Hidden King, the negatives of being on the Hidden King side is, say you're on the losing side, okay? And you want to door people into
This is where I get off.
your base, okay? You have... Oh, baby. Oh, no. They didn't change it. I thought they changed it. You barely have any comfortable doors that you can instantly put, you know, without struggling like this. Like, the cars will not go through this, by the way. Cars will not go through this because it's elevated a bit. You cannot put it here. You can only put it here, 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 here. These are very hard. This one. Even then, they can like elevate a bit, and you can't catch people when it's elevated like this. So it makes it very hard, but you can still make it into a positive. How? Say you're pushing, you're on the winning side, okay? Like that situation is only when you're on the losing side, but say you're winning, okay? Now I don't need to worry about being targeted. Say this is the enemy side, okay? This is not my side, okay? You're hitting king side, and you push to this. Really good way. I don't see people do this. This is extremely good. You see that wall right there. You put a door there, okay? And then, when you're pushing this, and the enemy team is about to spawn, usually your teammates will say, no, back up, we can't end. I usually tell them, trust me, we can end, trust me. Okay? You know, usually they trust you, or sometimes they don't, sometimes most of them don't, but let's say there's like a few enemies here, okay? I don't know why they get damaged as soon as they spawn in, but anyways, and you're about to end, open the door, cart them in. I did not mean to walk in, like you're not supposed to run in, but I just wanted to show you that they just fall in there. This is where they fall. They get hit into this wall, okay? They get stunned and they fall here. Look how far away they are from the spawn. First of all, they'll be disorientated. Where I am? Where am I? And like they'll try and like come back, but it's gonna take a bit of time. But by that time, you've already like almost done, and they're outnumbered, so you can kill the rest that spawned. And by the time the other ones are back, you know, you can kill them too, or finish, and you know. And this won me a lot of games. Like, it didn't. Maybe I'm already winning, so it's a bit biased to say that, but it led, you know, to guaranteeing me these wins. But what if the roles are reversed? Let's say you're Archmother side, and you're pushing to the Hidden King, okay? But you can settle for that. Why is it? It disappears because of the mod. But where that leads them is here, where they basically get pushed into this side and this corner. Still hard for them to come back. And yeah, when you're pushing in here, because you're pushing into it and you're a bit more comfortable, you can have it here. Like as you're usually like about to finish and you see them spawning, just put it there preemptively, because it's not as comfortable to put this door here, like in the heat of the moment. So just put it preemptively and just door people into it. And what happens when they go, and they'll be stunned here in this corner, and yeah, will take them a bit of time to come back. Okay, so let's talk about play styles, okay? You can, one, go the door maxing route, okay, where you just try and max your door as far as possible. That used to be way stronger because you could max your door to, I think, up to 240 meters or something like that. Like 237 is the nice sweet spot, because it's gone now, you can't do that anymore, but you used to go from your spawn to the middle of the mid boss, which is insanely powerful. But you can't do that anymore. but you can still door max it, okay? You can play door maxing style to be able to get your doorway. I think it could reach this, up to this or this wall right here, which is very good, by the way. But it's not as strong anymore, and I wouldn't rely on focusing all your items and everything on, you know, maxing your door, like buying trophy collector to get the 16% range and ballistic bullets. So that's why I didn't include ballistic bullets in my items, because it's not a good investment. You're not getting much out of it. But if you were to go door maxing, okay, I would buy golden goose egg first. Okay, first item. Why? Because when you hatch it, like to the mid game, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, you'll get some spirit power, which will increase your door range. Of course, great expansion, always get that regardless of your door max or not. Getting divine barrier for the extra 10%. Trophy collector. Obviously, don't get this if you're behind, because you're just putting yourself more behind and you're not getting any kills if you're behind. Rushing boundless spirits. Obviously get that. But also rushing boundless spirits, spirit burn. You can get rescue beam, but at this point, like, I don't really recommend getting them, because you have enough. Like, as much as that is door maxing is fun, it's not as good anymore to be that worth it, you know, going that far for it, you know, because, you know, if you don't mind to lose games for the sake of, you know, enjoying some dopamine of getting big number, you can. Another style is going full on supporting. Okay, how is that? Not rushing these, obviously. Rushing divine barrier, getting knocked down if it's Vindicta, regardless. Like, getting knocked down. Get knocked down always versus Vindicta, but sometimes if you go in full support, you might want it. Getting Juggernaut to slow like people if they are have a lot of gun. Alchemical fire. I usually skip this. I rarely get this item, but it's good for a team fight, like for overtime damage. Like, if you're always with your teammates and you're going like sort of a support thing, then yeah, I get it. Another style is going full on bell power, full on damage, all damage, you know. Of course, getting this transcendent cooldown for more bells and bigger bells and maxing bells first. Like, your bells can be very strong and huge, like if you max and you focus it. But I think the most optimal style and a good Doorman player will be able to adapt, like combine all of these into a build that fits the specific situation you're in. And that's the difference between a Doorman player and a really good Doorman player. Like, there is always a balance between all those kidnap style and damage and supporting. Like, there's a balance. There's a good middle ground between those depending on the situation. Sometimes I have to go full on damage if my team isn't good at dealing damage, or I go full on door maxing and, you know, kidnaps if my team can follow up. If my team is doing very good without me and I'm a bit behind, I go full on support. Here you go. I'll put doors for you. I'll buy cursed relic because it gives you 10 damage percent penalty, but it doesn't matter if you're going full support, so you get that. And yeah, generally just adapt based on certain situations, and you'll know these situations and how to adapt to them with just experience. Sadly, like, this game is hard to, like, it's hard to say something. If this happened, this is what you do. Like, there's 12 players in a match. Every match is very, very different. So there's nothing set in stone. You just have to learn by just playing a lot and just, you know, watching other people play. Watch me play. Plug. Right, so let's talk about my build, okay? the build that I usually go for, and what all of this means. Okay, you can find this build. So if you want to find my build, I'll have the ID in the description. You just copy the ID from my description, go here, put the number in, and you'll find my build. Now let's explain it. I will not just explain what the item does, but mostly I will be explaining how I use it and why and which situation you use it at. Okay, so first, in the laning phase, depending on who you're against, okay, if the lane is not hard and you feel like you're gonna win it easily, get golden goose egg. If the lane is difficult, okay, or a bit more equal, then get extra charge. I don't like going golden goose egg first usually because winning by winning lane early, especially as Doorman, who's like a mid-game spike character, early mid-game spike, it's really important for you to win lane as quick as possible so you can move on to other lanes and just to basically be a pest in the map and just make everyone hate you. You will not go like wrong with buying extra charge. It's just really good. Your bells are stronger. Yeah, so my PC crashed. Anyways, extra spirit, always good. Opening rounds, if they're tanky or like the lane is a bit tough, so you want just that extra bit of power, this could really win your lanes. Rusty barrel, if there are two gun carries against you, and they're always just shooting whenever you reveal your face. So this can be good because sometimes they can be really annoying when they're constantly shooting you, and they're both gone. Mystic Burst, if there's a lot of, if like two tanks or more in the enemy team, I usually get Mystic Burst because these tanks, man. Stamina, on Doorman, rarely do you ever need extra stamina. You have your doorway, you don't need stamina to traverse to wherever you need to. But if you like having stamina and you like movement, get it, why not? It's not wrong, but I would rather save the money and item slots for something else. Reactive barrier, if they have a lot of stuns and they're stunning you a lot, you feel like you want something against it, then you can get that. That's very good. This is a very good spirit resist item for early game. If you're against two heavy spirit power um, characters and you're really struggling against them in lane, get that. Hellbane, anti-heal. That's just no need to say more. If you're against Victor, Abrams, yeah, get Hellbane. Debuff remover if you're against Infernus. This is very good against Infernus or Shiv, because they have the overtime damage, which is annoying. By the way, my cat's saying hi. Hello. Extra regen. That's good. Alright, bye bye. You just came to say hi, huh? Extra regen. Sometimes good, sometimes not. Sometimes I don't feel the value from this. I don't know why, but I just get it because placebo. Cold front, if you want just a little bit of extra damage. I really don't think it's that necessary, but it can be very good. Like it can help you set up kidnaps or during or making sure you kill someone under walker. Extra health, never not good. I usually get it after like the laning phase is about to be done, so you just get it. Or you can get it early if you're struggling a bit in lane. Combining it with opening rounds it can be good because you're way more healthier and you can like keep enemies, very much not as healthy as you are. If you win lane early, I would get sprint boost, so you can roam around much easier. Flowing hex, always use this before ulting someone. Always. If you have this up and you ult someone, you've wasted it. Always use it before they your ult, so they can have a really hard time getting out of your ultimate. Vortex Web. After you're done from your laning phase, farm for this item. Get tier 1 camps, steal the enemy's tier 1 camps, maybe do some sinners, do some waves. You must get this item. The best item on Doorman, helps you set up for ult, for kidnaps, for a lot of situations. Fortitude, so you don't have to ever go back to your base to heal. You can keep getting money from the map while also healing. During speed, you can skip this item entirely. Like if they don't have a lot of slows, then you don't really need this item much. Yeah, if you're roaming a lot, you can get it. It's nice, it feels good, but you can skip it and get, get like greater expansion first, or get this, or rush other items before you even get it. Guardian Ward, really excellent item. Gives you range, gives you a barrier. You can give it to your allies. It will lead to Divine Barrier, which is a way stronger item. Removes all non-ultimate debuffs and can save your teammates or you. Also, if you have Vindicta on your team and people use the knockdown, like this item, knockdown on her, you can use it on her and it removes it so she doesn't get knocked down and stays in the air. Rapid recharge, very good. Stronger bells. Cooldown, self-explanatory. Curse Relic, if you're against a very strong team and they have one strong carry that's just really, really making it hard for you to win, then yeah, get it. Don't even bother with the 10% damage penalty. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal to be 10% less damage. The benefits way outweigh the negatives. This if you want more AoE damage, and don't usually get it from me. I don't usually like it, but it's there if you need it, if you want it. Trophy Collector, obviously don't get Enduring Speed if you have Trophy Collector. Both of them build from this item. So if you get this, don't get this. But it can be good if there's a lot of fights and you're winning these fights and you want a lot of door range. Like I would get it at 20 minutes, maybe. I would get it at like around 20 minutes. You don't usually want to get it after that. And when you're on the losing side, obviously don't get it because you're not gonna get stacks from it. It's a good item, but it's tricky. Like you just need experience. Like it's hard to really say exactly what situation you buy this item in. It's mostly like feel. Not very informative, but knockdown versus Vindicta or Talon, or you want to shut down like 7 ult or Bebop ult. Veil Walker, cheesy, very cheesy. You can use it to ambush people who are really predicting you or making it really hard for you to kidnap them. You can get it. I usually don't get it. It's fun. I tried it once. It was fun, but yeah. If they have a really strong gun carry, you get this to disarm them. Like a drifter, especially if there's a drifter. Oh my god, if it's a drifter and they spawn on top of someone, like teleport on top of someone, just shut them down. God, they're so cancerous, man. If you're on the losing team and as soon as you try and do a kidnapped or do a play against someone, you're instantly deleted, obviously you get cheat death. It saved me so many times and it won me so many games. Because if your kidnap fails or you succeed or whatever, you have a door to escape through when you're 1 HP. So being slowed than that, you're not gonna die afterwards usually. Silence Wave versus Lady Geist, important. Must get versus Lady Geist, because as soon as she's low, like around 25% HP, you want to silence her, so in the next 3 seconds she should be dead and doesn't ult anyone, or you can cart her away from people in that meantime so she doesn't ult them, because her ult range is not very long. Anti-heal, self-explanatory. Which spell can be very strong and very impactful if the enemy team has a lot of spirit power, and you feel like the enemy team has a lot of spirit power and you want to be dealing a lot of damage and kidnapping and eating it. Like if you're good at Doorman, you get this item. Like if you're good at Doorman, plus there's a lot of heavy enemy spirit power hitters, and you get to the late game and you're not that far behind, yes, get this item. It can be very useful. Transcendent cooldown, obviously good. Boundless Spirit, more spirit power, more stronger bells, and longer door range. Same thing with Spirit Burn. Like these I always get in the late game. Arctoblast can be very good, depends on the situation. Echo Shot. A way to use this item that people don't do. Now say, in most situations, you ult someone and you open a door and you're waiting for them to get out of the Baroness to door them into. Usually if they have a teammate and they see you do that, they're not gonna let you just stand still, okay? And they're gonna come in and you're gonna fight them, and you know, maybe you try to kidnap them and leave. But here's how you use Echo Shard to get double catch, like double big fish. So what you do, okay? After you ult someone and you've opened the door, hold on. To redo that. So you ult someone, and their friend is gonna is about to fuck with you. Eat them in, Echo Shard, eat the other person in. You've kidnapped 2 people. Like, I rarely see Doorman players do this strategy. It's very strong, and they will not expect it, because what the enemy is thinking, okay, he ulted my friend, he wants to kidnap my friend, so they themselves will have their guard down, and you use that to kidnap them. And their friend that comes out Baroness, they don't suspect a thing, they have no idea what's going on, and they're also kidnapped. Juggernaut. Obviously, what it does, enemies that shoot you have their fire rate slowed. So if you reverse a lot of gun carries that have a lot of fire rate, you get this. Helps a lot in team fights. You might not see, you will not feel the effect, but it is very valuable. Scourge versus heavy spirit power carries. You want to use this for your teammates. You want to use this for your teammates, not for yourself. It gives a 40% spirit resist. This is good value. If you have a carry with you that's gonna go all in, tell them to go on in. I got you. I have Scourge, and I give it to them as they go in. It's insane value. And its duration is 10 seconds, so that's an entire fight. Counterspell, self-explanatory. Metal skin, obviously always get it if there's a haze on the enemy team and she's getting fed, always get bullet metal skin. Or if they have really strong gun carries, but usually this basically makes haze very useless. Like, if you're losing a game and you're dying, or your team is dying, they don't have metal skin. That's usually what it means. Like, she ults, put this on, she does nothing. There's no damage. And yeah, basically, the items I have are not set in stone. Like, you can flex around or try other stuff. Like, you can go Cultist Sacrifice, and this can give you some ability range as well. I don't usually use it, but you can take it. Like, it still has value. I just don't enjoy using it or see that much value in it. But prove me wrong. Like, the best thing about this game is so many builds can work depending on the situation. And that's what makes it very fun. So always play around, experiment. This is not set in stone. And please do avoid builds that are left to right. You are not learning the game if you're using builds that are left to right, because you're not actually thinking on why you're using certain items. Don't forget to join my streams to see how I play Doorman. But yeah, that's it. Bye bye.